So whenever you first open it up, you're going to want to go to your window and animation. This is where you're going to make your animations. Click on your avatar and then you can create a new clip and just name it like skin 1, whatever you want your skin to be named. What you're going to want to do is open it up to have your new material, and you're going to want to just record, and then you drag it on. So this is my first tutorial, and then unrecord, and then you're going to create a new clip for the second skin that you want to use. And what I did is dragged the first skin on so that I could change it, and you're going to click record and then drag the second skin on. So it's two separate animations that we just did. Now you're going to want to go to your animator and create a new layer. This is going to be your layer for your skin, and you can just name it whatever, or skin. And you're going to go to your parameters and create a new integer. You're going to make sure that's going to want to be an integer, and you're going to name it the exact same thing that you have your layer set as. Whenever you go to your layers, you're going to want to make sure the weight is at 1, otherwise it won't register in game. So these two new animations that you just made, wherever you put them, you're going to drag them in. In this case, I wanted my skin 2 to be my default, which is why I don't know why I made them like that, but I set that as my default. And then you're going to make a transition between skin, your default, and your other skin. Oh, and then here I accidentally had loop time. Make sure you have loop time unchecked on your animations. So I don't like exit times or fixed durations or transitions on my animations. That's just a personal preference. So I went ahead and took these off and made them all 0. And then for your conditions, you're going to add skin, which comes from your parameter, and you're going to click equals 1, because this bottom one that says skin 1 is your first one. And then so it goes equals, then not equals 1. And your skin 2 or your default is going to be 0. So here what I'm doing is I am creating a vrchat expression menu. This is going to be your sub menu for your skin, so you can select them. I just named it skin to keep in theme of keeping the same name for everything. So after I made this, I just added a new control and named it skin skin 2, because that's what I have as my default. And then skin 1, because that's what I have as my other one. And then I forgot to add to the parameters before I did this. As you can see, I'm changing these both to toggles, and I forgot to add it to my parameters. So go ahead and go into your parameters and click add, and you're going to name it skin. You want it to be named the exact same thing as your other parameter, and you're going to name that integer and set the default to 0, because that's what you want your default to be. After you do this, you're going to go back here and set your parameter to skin. And then I set the first default value for 0, because that is what my default is. You see here I have that as 0, so that is going to be 0. Now the second control that we have here, the value for that one in the integer is 1, so we want to make sure that that is set as value 1. So now we're going to our toggles, and we're going to add our submenu into our toggles. And I already have that set here, skin, and then you click type submenu, and you do not want a parameter here. And then you just drag your new submenu into where it says submenu. And then just to test my material swap, what I did is I went into play mode, and I have this emulator that allows me to test toggles in Unity, which you see me doing here in tools. I go to expressions, toggles, where we have our skin, and then you can, yeah, there we have it. We